Trying to figure out how to sell a house that needs a lot of work, most people think they need to sell everything first, and that's usually where they lose the most money and time. In this video, I'm going to break down the two smartest ways to sell a house that need a lot of repairs and how to decide which one is actually best for your situation. My name is Ann with Flock and Company Real Estate, and back in 2021, my brother and I inherited our dad's house that needed a lot of work, and we learned a lot in the process, which is why we created Flock and Company. We specialize in helping people sell houses that aren't perfect, whether it's inherited, outdated, or just has years of deferred maintenance. One option is to list the house on market as is, but priced accordingly. This means you don't fix anything, you're being upfront about the condition, and you're pricing it well below any other home on the market. A lot of times you don't even need to clean it up or remove your belongings, but you can. Why this strategy works is there are a lot of buyers, including investors, looking for homes that they can update themselves. And if you price it right, you can create competition. So some of the benefits are you expose the property to the entire market. You might be able to get multiple offers, and you have the chance to push the price up even in the as is full of repairs condition that it's in. But there is a catch. If you overprice it, it will sit because the people paying for the property will need to pay for all of the repairs. And when a house that needs work sits on the market, buyers start to assume that there's something wrong, even if it's just price, and then it'll just sit there, costing you money. Price creates demand. Condition doesn't scare buyers, but uncertainty does. Option 2 is to sell the house off market to a direct buyer. This is usually an investor or a small group of buyers your agent already knows. Why people choose this option is usually for the speed, simplicity, and it's usually a little bit less stressful. The benefits are there's no showings, no cleanup or prep work, no waiting for the right buyer, and you can often close quickly. But the trade-off is you're usually trading price for convenience. That doesn't mean it's a bad option, it just depends on what matters more to you, top dollar or a clean, fast exit. Keep in mind that when you list the property on the market, you will have to pay real estate agent fees. On the selling side, there's usually a percentage commission, and on the buyer side, at least where I live in the greater Orlando area in Florida, it's customary to also offer a buyer's commission, which is negotiated at the time of the sale. So keep in mind there are those costs as well, but again, you may be able to drive the price of the home up a little bit because of the exposure. So how do you choose? How do you decide what's right for you? You need to ask yourself 3 things. How much work does the house need? If it's light cosmetic work, then I definitely recommend listing. If it's heavy repairs, off market does become more attractive. How fast do you need to sell it? If there's no timeline, even if it needs a lot of repairs, list it. See how much you can get for the property. If you have a tight timeline and need to sell ASAP, off market is the way to go. Do you want to deal with the process? When you list it, there will be showings, there will be offers, there will be negotiations and inspections. Or do you want it done with? At Flock and Company Real Estate, I or my brother Adam will help you look at both options side by side so you can make the best decision, not just the fastest one. If you're trying to sell a house that needs a lot of work and you want a clear plan, call or text me. I'll walk you through exactly what it could sell for both ways.